Arsenal versus Wolves. Let me remind us first of all, Arsenal played home, so hold that thought there. Now, but let's dive into this game proper. Arsenal tried as usual, trying to play a Timber, Henkapi, Saliba. Saliba is back, and then Ben Wise. But for me, that combination didn't work out well yesterday, to be honest with you, if you had watched that game. And then in the midfield, they did a Rice, Eze, Zubimendi. Front, they did Gyökeres, Martinelli, and Saka. Nice formation, 4-3-3. He should be able to prosecute that game, but there was a twist. This Wolves guy did not come to joke. They came for something very serious. And I feel that Arsenal somehow underrated them, to be honest with you. Because I've said it in my previous video. Eze is not in form at the moment now, to be honest with you. Eze and Martinelli, they're not giving Arsenal what they need, to get from them. If you look at that game yesterday, Eze and Martinelli were not in that game. The reasons why he later subbed them. So why are you keeping Trossard on bench? Why are you keeping Odegaard on bench? Why are you keeping Merino on bench? Merino is the key man for Arsenal this season, to be honest with you. Why didn't you play him? Gyökeres were very, very invisible in that game yesterday. I didn't see him. I didn't see any impact from him. If Merino was there, he would have done something reasonable. If you check that game yesterday, Wolves scored the whole 3 goals that were recorded yesterday. Wolves scored the whole 3 goals. First one, the assist that Saka gave was at own goal. Second one too, Wolves equalized. Then third one, and that own goal again by Wolves defender. So you can see that Wolves scored the whole 3 goals. So Arsenal were very, very lucky yesterday. I can understand to see when Liverpool won this title last season, it came with a lot of luck too. Somehow Liverpool will just find a way, manage, with small luck they go win. Deadline winning, injury time winning. That's what Liverpool were doing last season. Arsenal started again with that too. Arsenal was very, very lucky yesterday, in my view. Extremely lucky to win that game yesterday because this guy didn't come to joke. In fact, while Arsenal opponents were bantering them as at 1-1, Arsenal don't draw this game. Now, so that luck come, Gabriel Jesus scored goal. A Wolf defender carrying head put the ball inside the net. It was horrible. And the guy felt terribly bad yesterday, to be honest with you. So, give it to Arsenal. They don't win. They don't collect the 3 points. That's what matters. For Arteta and people, they have collected 3 good points, which is a good one for them, But they still have a lot of work to do. You see that midfield combination he did yesterday, they work for Arsenal. And then I know Arsenal fans cannot wait for Gabriel to come back to be able to partner with Saliba. The partnership between Saliba and Henkapi yesterday didn't produce any good result, Henkapi almost created a problem for Arsenal yesterday. That guy is young, youthful, maybe he's coming up, doesn't have much experience. Gabriel needs to come back. If not, this is they shaky somehow. But to some extent, if you look at it, this whole thing is tilting towards Arsenal, getting this title. Yes, once luck begin to enter like this, man, that means there is hope. So Arsenal need to work hard on their midfield. Try to also reform that defense, see what they can do. I don't know person giving us update about Gabriel's injury. Gabriel needs to come back for that back to be very strong. All their set pieces yesterday, as usual, they run around up and down yesterday, get that one place, no result. But I know that if Gabriel be did that game, as they run around like that, the guy knows what to do. So Arsenal guys, please pray for Gabriel to come back. Now let's look at the start for that game proper. I had a total of 17 shots and then 5 on target. Good one. We've had a total of 3 shots only and then 2 on targets. Out of that 2, they scored 1. Out of that 3, they scored the 3 goals. That's what it means. Yes, now, So they actually did well to be able to make Arsenal to move forward, scoring own goals here and there and all that. So I'm sure the coach will be happy with his players for those own goals. So Arsenal had possession 70%. We've had 30%. I'm not a fan of possession. I've said that severally. 70% possession should have given Arsenal a lot of goals in that game yesterday. But they didn't come to give enough goals as expected. Allowing these guys to just be scoring own goals and all that, which means Arsenal performance, if it's straight, totally, you see that Arsenal actually didn't do well in that game yesterday. They were lucky to have that 3 points and to grab 3 points. Also, don't forget that Arsenal was playing home yesterday, which would have given them enough support, enough energy to be able to discipline this Wolves side. This is the first time I've seen an Arsenal playing with a small club and they discipline them properly, which means there is a problem. I've said it before. By the end of this month, before we go into next window, we'll be able to now assess Arsenal properly to see whether this is like tilting towards them. They will be able to get something out of it or not. If not, trouble will deal. If Eze don't pick up his form, Martinelli don't come to play again, to be able to give energy normally gives at that wing side, trouble will deal for Arsenal. So Arsenal need to work at these areas. They have great areas so they can be able to get something good for themselves. From the start I'm seeing, I'm not sure Arsenal did something very, very unique or spectacular to be able to win that game yesterday. Even though they are still occupying the first position, as to speak, they are on top of the table with 36 points. Wow. So Man City game today will be able to also tell us if Man City will close gap or Man City will, fall aside for Arsenal to keep pushing ahead and all that. But for now, Arsenal do something wonderful. Arsenal do something special to be able to retain and sustain the situation they find themselves. Hopefully, other teams too will come to play and be able to also chase Arsenal. The good thing about this thing is that what gives fun is when there is a close chase in Premier League table. But when there is a wide, situation, it becomes a bigger problem because it will be interesting again. But when somebody is chasing somebody very close, man, that is the drive, that's the form, that's the vibe people want to see in Premier League game. So hopefully, today's game, Man City is going to play today, Man U is going to play today. We're going to also dive into those ones and see the situation on ground. If you have seen us for the first time, please follow our page. We appreciate, like and share our video. Bye.